What's up, my gamer friends? Today is National Video Games Day. Naturally, I wanted to take a moment to wish you all a happy National Video Games Day. It's a relatively unknown holiday celebrated every year on September 12th, but it's been a tradition to celebrate it on the School Zone as I've made a video for it each year that I've been on YouTube. I'm hoping one day it'll be a federally recognized holiday. I mean, someday when I get as big as PewDiePie, maybe I can petition the UN to let everyone take a day off from work or school to relax and play video games all day. One can hope, right? Now, each year I've made a video about National Video Games Day. I've sort of had a theme or something profound to go along with it. The first year was about the social impact of video games. Last year's video was more about the philosophy of video games. This year I was going to do something along those lines. However, when I started weighing the different topics on a list I had in front of me, I also happened to be watching the news. Unless you've been living under a rock, you probably know there's been an unprecedented amount of climate devastation lately. Mostly to the American Southeast, of course, with Hurricane Harvey and now Hurricane Irma. But it's not just the US and the Caribbean affected. These trends have been happening all over the world. So many people displaced from their homes or without power, some without food or clean water. It's just a mess. I feel so sorry for the people that have been affected. If you happen to live in those affected areas and are still watching this video, just know my heart goes out to you. I actually donated blood last Friday. I wish I could do more. I'm blessed to live in Southern California where we don't get hurricanes, but there was actually a massive wildfire last week not too far from where I live, the largest in the area's history, in fact. And many seismologists are predicting California is long overdue for a monster earthquake. It definitely seems like Mother Earth's extremely pissed off. However, this video isn't about climate change or even anything socio-political. It's about video games. But you see now why I was having trouble coming up with a theme for this year's National Video Games Day given the global impact of events lately. Video games just seem so irrelevant in times like these. So instead, I want to go back to something very simple I said a moment ago when I talked about taking the day off to relax and play video games. One of the things I try to do on the School Zone is turn video games into teachable moments with fascinating facts and trivia that come up during my gameplay. But that's not really the true intention of video games. Their true intention is simply to provide you with a relaxing escape from the stresses and anxieties of the world, even if just for a few minutes or an hour when you can afford it. During anxious times like these in the world, there's nothing wrong with taking some time to decompress and relieve some stress with video games. I've noticed I've been watching a lot more news this year than I have in the past. Although I always try to stay informed, the news this year has certainly had a tendency to raise anxiety levels. And when it comes to relieving stress, obviously exercise and meditation are best. But when looking for alternatives, video games are a much healthier choice than alcohol, tobacco, or drugs. In fact, it's so much healthier that it's almost shameful it doesn't get more credit. I would go so far as to say that the psychological and medical community should be prescribing video games as a treatment option. You never know, maybe we wouldn't have the opioid epidemic if more validity was given to video games. Of course, the pharmaceutical companies would just claim that being sedentary while playing video games is worse for your health. But if you can balance sitting in front of your computer or console with getting proper exercise, then video games can be seen as actually beneficial to your mental well-being. I know this probably sounds like a public service announcement and all, but I just wanted to say that on this National Video Games Day, play those video games, people. Because if playing those games means a healthy outlet to relieve stress and anxiety in these challenging times, and less of a chance of resorting to chemical means, then it's a win-win. And I'll add one more tip for you. When you do get a chance to sit down and enjoy some game time, make it a stress-relieving activity on purpose. Here's an example. I'm a YouTube gamer, but the irony of being a YouTube gamer is that I actually have less time to play video games than I used to before I jumped on YouTube. The time distribution for YouTube gamers is really more like 70% video editing, 20% marketing, and 10% actual gaming. And a lot of times YouTube gamers can't even enjoy gaming for themselves because it seems like that time should be better spent making a video. So when I do get a chance to sit down and play a game for my own enjoyment, here's what I do. I take in a deep breath, hold it for 5 seconds, and let out a primal sigh. It sounds a little like this. I know it sounds a little weird, and if you live with other people, you might get laughed at for various reasons, but it's such an intense stress reliever, especially when you know it's going to be accompanied by an activity that you enjoy, like gaming. Give it a try next time you're alone and you're ready to dig into a really fun game. The primal sigh will immediately shoot positive neurotransmitters into your brain like serotonin, etc., and it'll give you a chance to appreciate the relaxing moments we get in life that relieve stress. Anyway guys, just wanted to try to turn some of the craziness the world's been facing lately into something positive and tie it all in with video games. Hopefully I came sort of close to accomplishing that on this National Video Games Day. So play it up my friends, relieve some stress, and stay safe. Thanks for watching, and until next time, LPK, love, peace, knowledge.
Do you mind? I'm busy doing the fish stick. It's a very delicate state of mind. Fixed is such a subjective term. I think treated is far more appropriate, don't you? Like one does to a rash or an arrow in the face. But no matter. Heartless mortal that you are, you've actually succeeded and survived. I am first to honor my end of the bargain. So, congratulations. You're free to go. I have been known to change my mind. So, go. Really. Pelagius Septim III, once the mad Emperor of Tamriel, now so boringly sane. I always knew he had it in him. Well, I suppose it's back to the Shivering Isles. The trouble Haskell can get into while I'm gone simply boggles the mind. Let's make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Clothes, check. Beard, check. Luggage. Luggage. Now, where did I leave my luggage?
Master, you've taken me back. Does this mean we're going home? Oh, happy times. I can't wait to...
Yes, that's quite enough celebration. Let's send you ahead, shall we? As for you, my little mortal minion, feel free to keep the Wabbajack as a symbol of my... I'll just take the damn thing. You take care of yourself now. And if you ever find yourself up in New Sheo, do look me up. We can share a strawberry tart. Ha ha!